Hi, this is your host, Luna. Welcome to Luna Sky Diamond TV, raising the vibration of humans on Earth by sharing with you forbidden information. Because remember, you are the one who we have been waiting for. Welcome to episode number 2. Now I'm gonna take the camera. Ta-da! Thank you very much. Let's just close this here for a minute. And welcome to Luna Sky Diamond TV. Today on Canada Day, I would like to talk about freedom, but real freedom. And to start talking about freedom, it is important to ask ourselves probably the most important question, which is, are you happy? Are you joyful? Are you following your dreams? The dreams when you were a kid. Are you following your dreams? And are you happy with the life that you have right now? And if you are not happy with the life that you have right now, and you are not exercising the joy of the activities that bring you happiness, because maybe you are being trapped on a job that you really don't like. I mean, really, who would like to get up to go to work from 7 or 8 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m.? Nobody. Unless you are doing something that really, really, really resonates with your soul and with your creative power. And if it doesn't, then something is wrong. We are not meant to be born in this world to follow instructions and give the we have to be sovereign over our own time and over our own life force energy. So if we are not following our desires and our joy and our passion, it's because something is wrong. It's because maybe we are not really free if we have to show up to a job that we really don't like and waste our life force energy in something that actually doesn't inspire our soul or anything like that, but just because we are choosing to go over there to get back some money so that we can pay for our rent and our bills and our groceries. But today on Canada Day, 1st of July of 2017, I would like to celebrate Canada Day with a new vision for humanity that doesn't require that much effort, really. What it requires is a change of belief system so that we can exercise the co-creative power of our consciousness. By the way, I just saw Beric joined. Of course, Beric, I would like to see you today. Please, you're welcome anytime in my house. Just ring in. But right now, what I would like to share with you is that real freedom is a society that is not competing and that is not based on a belief system that is based on scarcity. So basically, the cabal and the power and control forces that I'm not going to go into detail right now, but we all have already known since for eons of time the evil and the bad, the evil and the good have always been in battle. Well, in this case, it's human consciousness that we want to save. And when I'm talking about human consciousness, it's like in the matrix, and realize that we are beings of light and we are sovereign over ourselves by looking within. And that right now there are many different forces that are using a mind control technology. Advanced and not so much advanced. Like the TV, the newspapers, the magazines, Fox News, CNN, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go further into that because what matters right now is actually to talk about the solutions. So today on Canada Day, I want to share with you that I believe that real freedom is to be free from money, Babylonian money fake scheme that is happening right now in our society, because we are being controlled by that. That's why you are not exercising your dreams and your beautiful talents as the beautiful human being that you have been created. Because they want to keep you busy by paying the fucking bills. So, I believe that one of the most revolutionary ways to get away from this control system is to move away from the monetary system and the central banks and the Rothschilds and the cabal and the control for debt and of debt and everything like that. How can we do that? First of all, we can do that by an intuitive awareness that us as a human species, we are wired to cooperate and collaborate with each other. Wouldn't you cooperate and collaborate with your friend or your family member that is in need, or with your community when there is a moment of crisis? Haven't you seen that humanity all the time gets together when there is a crisis or a human catastrophe, cataclysms or something, mini cataclysms and climate changes and earthquakes and tsunamis and things like that, that have triggered so much collaboration and cooperation between each other? How many of you have gathered food and goods to ship anywhere where you feel that humanity needs help? Many times, in one way or another. It could be physical, or it could be just by sending blessings and sending light to the people, like Syria, for example, or Palestine, or anywhere, all over the world, every single piece in the world that is suffering, by sending light. So we are, as a human species, are wired to be connected, and how to snap out away from this slavery that is called the monetary system, that is the huge scheme in this century and way back beyond, to keep us slaves through that and the monetary system. But in reality, real freedom, Canada Day is actually to me, and with all respect for everybody who is celebrating Canada Day, in reality is not a day to celebrate a corporation day, corporation conglomerate date, because I personally believe through the information that I have, and actually if you really dig into everything, you will realize that actually Canada is not a country, and it's a corporation. But what matters is that us together as human beings realize that there are other ways to snap out away from the reality that we are living, which is showing up our shitty jobs, doing things that we really don't want. For what? To get some money. To what? To survive in this earth. Where guess what? That is a total construct and manipulation of consciousness of us, humans, who we really are, is gods and goddesses, sovereign over ourselves. So a way to get out from these like Federal Reserve and central banks control system, what we can do is starting from the small communities to be totally independent from the system. First of all, with information. With information about the real history of humanity and why things are the way they are right now, so that there could be a platform for understanding why it is so important for us to change our society. But I don't think I'm going to go in through details right now, but what is important is that we realize that there is another way and change our paradigm and our belief system, not from one of competition and lack, but to one of collaboration, cooperation, and symbiosis. So what I have learned recently is that there is a very beautiful movement that is called Ubuntu. So it's actually spelled U-B-U-N-T-U. So it's actually Ubuntu. And if you go to their website, I believe it's ubuntuparty.org.ca with a Z. What is important about this new movement is that it's teaching communities, first of all, through information. Some people really don't want to listen to the fact that you are actually a slave, but you really don't realize it. So I know it is a huge stretch of paradigms, but in reality, we have been manipulated by the cabal through all the control ways of mind control and behavior and everything like that, and experiments that they have done for so long, to manipulate us into believing that we actually have to compete against each other. So what this Ubuntu movement is telling us, that there is a possibility to start creating small communities in small little towns where they are totally independent from the world. How? By eliminating the monetary system and the power of the federal control system and the central banks and all the scheme and taking away the power from the Rothschilds and the secret societies and the cabal and everything like that, on and on and on and on. Let's just focus on the positive and the solution. So the solution is to, from these within small communities, change the behavior by first of all giving the knowledge that that idea of capitalism and competition is what is working, and democracy. Yeah, right. What really works is that from small communities, as this website is saying, the ubuntuparty.org.ca with a Z is saying, and it's just like a very spiritual principle, and is that through cooperation we can create more, exponentially more. And we can eliminate the money in small communities. How? Like, for instance, start recreating a small community where the free free energy is being offered through different systems, whether it's through free energy devices that some people have developed already, or solar panels, or whatever it is. But having a little small community, whatever it is in the world, that is totally off-grid, independent from the power, for starters, that always gives a lot of power right then, and offering every single member free electricity. And all they have to do is just contribute 3 hours of their labor, but actually labor that comes from their heart, towards the community, the local community, in the small little projects. Whether if you like gardening, or you like cooking, or you like to develop software or technology or electronics or yoga or nutrition, new ways to be energetically awakened and everything like that, dance. Every single person in the community bring their talent for who they are, for what they want, for at least 3 hours during the week. And in exchange, they get free energy. And the people in small communities who are creating, let's say, either organic foods in their farms to barter and trade, or plastics, or plastics no, but let's say hemp, or whatever other development it is, and they can share with everybody. There could be a transitional model that would imply, let's say, something like sharing 2/3 of the profit with the community, free for everybody, whatever is the talent that you are producing, and 1/3 to just keep the business. It's not a business for money, but for the community going on. So 1/3 for the business and 2/3 for the community for free. And in that way, we are creating a community of abundance that has nothing to do with competition. So that's what I wanted to talk to you today on Canada Day. So Canada Day is not to celebrate a corporation day. Canada Day is to celebrate the awareness that there is a possible really free way for society to live in. And it just requires a very small community to show the world that through collaboration, cooperation, and symbiosis of our talents and the things that we love, we can create a different world. Because as we know, reality is nothing but our co-creative power of our consciousness. So what do we need to do? we need is just to focus on the positive and focus on what we want, which is a world of abundance and not of competition. So, thank you for listening to Luna Sky Diamond TV live, raising the vibration of humans on Earth. Because by sharing with you forbidden information. Because remember, you are the one who we have been waiting for. So I suggest that on Canada Day, to celebrate freedom, we can actually activate the matrix to change the paradigm of society. And I will really, really, really invite you to check ubuntuparty.org.ca. That would be ubuntu party.org.ca with a Z. And then you can learn more about how can we get our freedom back, our sovereignty back. How can we be back to be sovereign over ourselves and do not depend and be slaves of the current monetary banking system. That it actually sucks. So, my beautiful audience, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I love you all. Cheers.